So many questions recently about my all-in journey, like when I hit my highest weight, when did I start to see the weight come off, what were some of the side effects of my all-in journey, am I happy with it, do I regret any of it, where am I now, how tall am I, how much do I weigh now, calories, stuff like that. And if that is going to trigger you in any way, don't watch this video, because I'm gonna kind of be going into a little bit of that with you. Again, this is my all-in journey. That doesn't mean it's going to be your all-in journey. You might not hit your highest weight until 2 years in. It's all about how much you commit to the process and how long your body is going to take to heal, and everybody's body is different. We all are uniquely designed by God. We are fearfully and wonderfully made in His image. You know, I don't regret this process in any type of way. I think this is the best thing for me, like I'm gonna mention in the video, because I learned how to listen to my body again. Like I said before, it was a lot of trial and error. Now it's like I have a new respect and love for my body, and I want to be good to it because it's not mine ultimately. Nothing that I have is mine. It's been given to me by God, and I just want to take care of it, and I want to steward it well, and I want to listen to it. And so I think this whole process has really helped me do those things and not really care about how much I weigh or what I look like on the outside. But I think I really want to feel well. I want to have mental energy. I want to be emotionally stable. And so this process has been so good for me. And if you're along this all-in journey, I'm super excited for you, because I think it's going to be really good for you too. I think that it can be really freeing. But anyway, I wanted to make it clear. Again, this is my journey. This isn't your journey. I'm just answering some of the questions about my journey that I've been asked a lot. And hopefully, it'll give you some insight and encouragement that this process does work, and your body will self-regulate, it will figure itself out, and it's a very freeing process. You know, there's nothing wrong with seeking help from someone who is qualified to speak directly into your unique circumstance. So, with all that being said, y'all, let's get into the video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sydney, and I make new videos every Thursday about what God has done in my life and some of the things He's putting on my heart. So I wanted to go in depth today and answer some of the questions that y'all have been sending me regarding my all-in journey. So I started my all-in journey eating what I wanted, when I wanted, however much I wanted in January 2019. It was mid-basketball season, so I was still going to practices every day and lifting. However, I completely stopped doing all the extra work that I was doing. When I had anorexia and orthorexia, I was literally working out 2 to 3 times a day. Running, lifting, getting up shots. I could not sleep very well. So I would get up in the middle of the night, like at 3 or 4 a.m. and literally go to Planet Fitness and run and lift and do stuff that I really should not be doing. When I started my all-in journey and I was eating 10,000 plus calories a day without even trying, I felt so physically uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I tried laxatives to compensate for the food I was eating, to try to give me relief. I tried exercising. As I began to put on weight, I got very scared. I felt like I was out of control, and I wanted to lessen that feeling, but I had to keep going back and reminding myself of why I wanted to recover in the first place and why I was embarking upon this all-in journey in the first place. And I'm so thankful for the power of the Holy Spirit that really gave me the strength, because I don't think I could have done it this fast and this well on my own. You know, I had to constantly remind myself that I did not want to live my life a slave to my eating disorder anymore. Gaining weight and letting go of control, though scary, was the best thing for my physical and mental health. Once season ended, March 2019, I really stopped cardio for the most part. Instead, I focused on lifting heavy, because I thought, you know, if I was gonna be gaining weight, like putting on fat, that I might as well be putting on some muscle too. But again, I didn't go crazy. I was only lifting like 2 to 3 times a week. By March 2019, I was not eating 10,000 calories a day anymore. I did not want 10,000 calories a day anymore. If I were to guess, mind you, I did not count, but if I were to guess, I was probably eating in March around 5,000 to 7,000 calories a day. Again, I wasn't trying, I wasn't keeping count. I'm really just trying to give you all an idea if you're going through something similar. Obviously, in the summer of 2019, I started doing a lot more basketball, doing a lot more cardio because I was going back to school to play basketball. And honestly, I was still doing more than what I needed to. If you're on this all-in journey, I highly recommend listening to your body. You know, let it heal, give it time to recover, and don't make yourself do anything that you physically and mentally don't feel like doing. In your eating disorder recovery process, it's really important to listen to your body. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error. You're gonna make mistakes, but you see how your body reacts and you learn from it and you move forward. So showing yourself grace during this time is really big too. And again, when it comes to working out, you should not work out if you're feeling guilty for something you ate. That shouldn't be a reason to work out. You should not work out because you feel like you have to. You should only work out if you genuinely feel like doing it, and don't overdo it. You'll probably end up getting hurt or sick or something like that. Or it honestly could slow down your recovery process. And obviously, if you're an athlete like I am, then your eating disorder recovery process, especially your all-in journey, is going to look a little bit different from a physical activity standpoint than a person who's not an athlete. Because a person who's not an athlete does not have to get back to playing their sport. But if you are an athlete, then of course, like, you're still wanting to continue playing your sport, so you have to still work out. So I ended up hitting my highest weight in November of 2019. Then slowly, toward the end of the year 2019, I noticed that my appetite was beginning to change. And again, it's very big if you are on this all-in journey that you fully commit to it. You don't just kind of go halfway. You really are eating what you want, when you want, however much you want, because that is going to speed up your recovery process. You're going to really learn to listen to your body. As I was saying, around the November, December 2019 time, I realized that I wasn't as hungry as what I was before. I wasn't eating 7,000, 5,000 calories a day. I wasn't craving, all those fun foods that I was restricting for so long anymore. They kind of lost their funness. I didn't mentally want them. They just weren't as appetizing. So, and I realized that I started to want and crave the foods that made me feel good. And again, it's a process. You have to learn to see what your body really likes. Because honestly, there were a few things that I thought that I really liked that I really didn't like. It was only because I was restricting them that I thought I just loved them so much. And then once I started letting myself eat them, I realized that I really didn't like them that much. And without trying, toward the end of 2019, so a year later, I started slowly losing weight. Now for about the past 6 months, I've been at 160-ish pounds, somewhere in that range. Again, that's without trying, that's without manipulating anything. Another thing, this is actually really important too. I've realized that during your all-in journey, as you're embarking upon this journey, you're gonna get very swollen and very bloated. I felt like I was so swollen everywhere. My stomach felt swollen, my face was super puffy. I even broke out in rashes when I first started my all-in journey. I think it's because I was introducing those foods that I hadn't had in so long again. I started having acne, but at the 1 year mark of being all in, I noticed that, my bloating started to go away. I felt a lot less inflamed. I was able to rest my body more because I had just had surgery, so I wasn't doing any physical activity. My body probably needed that break from physical activity in general. I was sleeping more, and I just realized slowly, starting in January 2020, I started to lose weight again without trying. Yeah, like I said, now I've been about 160 pounds for the past 6 months. And I've noticed some days I still eat what I want, when I want, however much I want. None of that's changed. Anyway, but I've noticed a few things in the past few months that some days I'll be super hungry and I'll literally eat 5,000 plus calories. Sometimes I wonder dang, why do I mentally want this much food? But I don't trip about it. I eat and I move on. Some days I've noticed I'm literally not hungry at all. I'll wake up and I don't mentally want food. I'm not craving anything. Sometimes I'll even like be a little bit hungry and I just like nothing even sounds good. I'm like, what do I do? What do I eat? Some days I just feel like I want all the food. Like I said, I'm not tripping about it because my body always regulates itself. It makes up for any mistakes that I make. It knows what it's doing. My hormones change. Like there's a bunch of stuff going on in your body. Like your body's smart. It's not predictable. Just because you eat more one day doesn't mean you're gonna gain a bunch of weight. Like that's not how it works. I hope you know that ultimately, like, the number on the scale does not mean anything. I'm not saying it does. Like the 160 pounds on the scale for me right now means nothing because I don't care. My body is that I have a healthy relationship with food in my body. I could be 170 right now. I could be 150 right now. I don't really care unless it's the place where my body wants to be. I'm happy with my body. It does amazing things for me. I have periods every month. That means it's in a healthy place. I feel good. I sleep good. What more could a girl ask for? The point of this video was I've gotten a lot of these questions and I'm really hoping that this video answers like a lot of the questions, and that's why I made this video. So, and I'm hoping to be able to help the people who are also on this all-in journey. And I know that nobody's journey is going to be the same. Everyone's journey is going to look different. But if y'all have any more questions and you're still interested in this, I would love to answer y'all's questions. You can just drop a comment in the comments down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. But anyway, I love you guys a lot and I'll see you in my next video.